Last time on Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice.
One. His name is...
And now back to Apollo Justice 2.
Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice. Last time we left off, we started the first trial-ish, well, like the first part of the second trial for Chapter 3. And now we're going to finish up Chapter 3 with the final trial. Let's get right into it. Doing this kind of early in the morning, so my voice isn't fully warmed up yet, so just letting you guys know. Oh yeah, we're summoning a spirit to testify. That's going to be... Sorry, Maya, but this is the only way. You sure you're up for this?
Thanks for leaving me, Nick. Even though I don't know if my channeling ability is on point yet.
Oh, right. First started training here, her success rate was only about 30%. I know you can do it, Maya. At least I hope you can. So, you sure you're ready?
Yeah, at least I think so.
You don't sound so confident. What about all your training?
Training's one thing, actually doing it is another.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. She fails to channel the High Priest. If she fails to channel the High Priest, we're as good as dead.
Relax, Nick, you can count on me. I'll show you what my training's done for me. This will be a moment you'll never forget.
Oh, okay. I just hope it's unforgettable in a good way.
Once we hear Abbott and me's story, I'm sure the truth will come to light.
I hope so, but he's hiding the fact that he was a rebel, so I doubt it'll be as cut and dried as all that. They're ready for you. Please return to the Hall of Justice at once. Okay, Maya, I'm counting on you.
You got it. Here we go.
Loading bar, loading bar, loading bar. We've received official approval for the accused channel spirit here today. Now, if you will, Miss Faye, please proceed.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Can't believe this. Only the Queen can channel spirits. Execute them. Put them to death right now. Come on. Come on, Maya. I'm counting on you. I thought he was gonna yell at them.
I've been studying here in Korean for 2 years now. So that one day I'll be the master of Crane, a village of spirit mediums back home. First, I shall show you all the fruits of my training in your kingdom.
Wow, she seems really confident.
Huh. Neophyte practitioners such as you cannot possibly channel a spirit. Okay, Your Benevolence. How about this? If I succeed, will you stop calling me a neophyte? Very well. If you succeed. Oh, I will. Just you watch. O spirit of trust in me, slumbering in the Twilight Realm, return now to the world of the living!
I think it worked. Whoa! Oh, what is this place? Oh, my!
No! This cannot be!
Pokunka! It's the High Priest! The accused really can channel spirits!
I don't believe it. The accused spiritual power is the real deal.
Go, Maya.
I do not understand. This cannot be. This simply cannot be. I must step out now before I forget myself.
Ba-ba. Abbott in me. This be the Twilight Realm. And what of this? This luxurious mane of hair. It's perhaps a gift from the Holy Mother for decades of faithful service. Oh, Abbott in me? My, but if it isn't His Majesty, have you too shuffled off that mortal coil? Please do not count me among the dead. It is only you who has passed on. But the spirit medium Maya Fey has brought you back among us today. Why? Acolyte Fey has mastered the secret art of spirit channeling. I suppose that explains those gorgeous locks. When I pass from this world, I too hope to be channeled with a full head of hair. Though it be for the briefest of moments. I give thanks to this splendid coiffure. Praise be to the Holy Mother! However, this kimono is a bit too snug for my tastes. If you would excuse me. There, that is better.
Can we get to his testimony now? I wish he kept his top on.
Are you that foreign lord that people speak of as of late? Is this not the Hall of Justice? Why have I been summoned here? Forgive us for calling you back from your eternal rest. But you have been accused of murder. Why we ask you to testify on your own behalf? Whoa! I have been accused of murder. That is troubling indeed.
Ah! What's with that crazy pose?
Is this really cause for such astonishment? Even the lowliest of monks could achieve such body control with the proper training.
Oh, wonder if Albie will be able to do that someday.
Will the defense please explain the situation to the High Priest?
I'd be happy to. Your disciple, Perezalot, has been murdered. It happened on the day before the purification rite. And the crime occurred in the rebel hideout hidden within the inner sanctum.
Acolyte's a lot. He has been killed. Who would do such a thing?
Someone who knew of the hideout and had access to the inner sanctum. In other words, you have it in me. After all, weren't you secretly a rebel? Ooh. Oh dear. That's still Maya's body. I hope he doesn't break anything.
Wow, the High Priest is amazing. I think he had mastered such an advanced prayer pose. He's so worthy of our veneration, even if he is a rebel. Praise be to the Holy Mother. Oh my. Have my rebel alliances been exposed? Not even my wife knew of that. It seems to rest in peace is not my fate.
Why did you, a devout priest of Kuraini's, join the rebellion? The High Priest has come back to us for but a brief time, Defense. Shall we not cut to the chase and ask the most pressing of questions? Oh, right. Abbott and me, the prosecution believes the one who slew both you and Acolyte Zalot to be Maya Fey, who had been playing the role of Lady Kira on the right.
Being that I was dead until just a moment ago, my memory is a bit hazy.
Could you please do your best to remember? High Priest says his memory is hazy.
It is all coming back to me. It is as Prosecutor Salmati concluded. I was slain by none other than Maya Fey.
High Priest's statement has proven my assertions with regard to his murder correct. No! God dang it, you weren't supposed to say that. What about Acolyte Zalot? You were the one who killed him, weren't you?
I know not about my disciple's murder. Furthermore, I have an alibi of my own.
An alibi? Seriously? Then why did nobody else back it up?
Ha 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 ha! Defense, you suck! Ha! Hate you! Seems the testimony for the defense have been... Seems the testimony the defense have been hoping for is working against them. Now, Abedin me. Your testimony, if you please. Yes, of course.
Witness testimony. I have an alibi.
I have an ironclad alibi for the time during which the murder took place. Just past noon on the day before the rite, I was entertaining guests at my home. And I believe my guest can corroborate this.
You had guests. Just past noon. That's right about the time Zalot was murdered. Are you sure about that?
Absolutely.
Come to think of it, Rafa told me about a spirit's memory.
The spirit's memory is cut off at the moment of death.
So even a spirit that is brought back after centuries and sensing a gap in time between the moment of its death and the moment it's channeled.
Yes, and yet it clearly recalls all the memories it had in life.
Oh, okay. The High Priest seems to know exactly what he's talking about. So the question is, what would be the best angle of attack?
I don't know. I'm not really sure, but... Oh no, my health didn't recover. You hurt me.
Hold it!
Use the word alibi as if it were second nature.
Are you perhaps mocking me? Or is it perhaps the Kingdom of Karain itself you wish to ridicule? Come on, everyone and their grandma knows what alibi means. I know a bunch of country bumpkins here. We played a core of dramas on TV. Peace! Peace! Peace, I say! Mr. Wright, would you care to clarify your last statement?
Please don't take it the wrong way. It's just alibi is a rather technical term for a priest to use so naturally.
I assure you I know how to use the term. In fact, I'd even hope for a chance to do so one day. I suppose that even I, High Priest, am not immune to such trivial worldly attachments.
Oh, I see. Still, he seems unusually calm and composed. It's almost as if he had prepped himself for something like this.
Hold it!
Guests. And you were entertaining them personally.
That I was. We gathered around the table for a most enjoyable conversation.
He said his guest could corroborate his alibi. That can't be good for our case. Are you sure that was the same day as the murder? Maybe you've misremembered.
Ah! Do not doubt my mnemonic facilities. I may have died, but my memories up to that point are crystal clear.
Sorry. He's pretty thin-skinned for a priest. Though, I guess I should have known better than to doubt his memory. Really?
Hey, remember that flashback we literally just showed you? Do you want to see it again? Like... You just showed me this! Ah, there's nothing better than enjoying ginger cuisine with dear friends. That way, everyone's breath becomes equally malodorous.
Right.
Hold it!
And who exactly were your guests that day? Don't tell me they were rebels, so they can't be called here to testify.
It was none other than His Majesty, along with his family. He couldn't attend the rite due to work, so he stopped by ahead of time. My, how his daughter has grown.
Wait a second.
Let me set the record straight right now. I am not a rebel. Thank you for that wonderful meal, Abbott and me. Lady in me's cooking simply cannot be beat. So there you have it.
When exactly was His Majesty at your home?
He was there from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Indeed, precisely the time period within which Acolyte Zalot was slain. Yes, we had a rousing chat concerning the game of Catch Them All.
Catch them all? Oh my god. But...
I'll just have that added to the testimony. After all, it's I visit the High Priest's home.
Just zooms up to him and it's like,
I visit the High Priest's home.
Actually, his family. They visited from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Your Majesty, are you sure this testimony is completely accurate?
I sure can be. Oh, how wonderful it is to finally have my actions be admissible as evidence in court. His Majesty was at my home during the exact time period of the murder. Come, let us put this behind us. I could not have possibly committed this crime.
How can you be so sure? What if the clock or watch you were using was off, or you misread the time?
There was a clock right near the table, and it had the exact time as my watch. Now do you understand, lawyer? Ba. As you can see, my alibi is airtight. Or do you still think I could have killed acolytes a lot?
The magistrate's a witness.
Are you satisfied now? There is not a single discrepancy at Abbot Inme's alibi.
If I give up now, it's all over. Now hold on a second. Is there anything wrong with the High Priestess' testimony? Yes, I don't know what, but there is. There is a discrepancy in the High Priestess' testimony.
There is. Well, perhaps you could explain what it might be.
Maybe the photo? This is what was wrong with his testimony. Oh, he knew the time of the crime when he shouldn't have, of course. We never told him. After Abbot Inme was channeled, no one ever stated what time Acolyte Zalot was murdered.
Now that you mention it.
Despite that, you claim to have an alibi from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. That means you knew that Acolyte Zalot was dead when you were still alive! Wait, I think I saw something just now. No, I must be imagining things. So tell me, how did you know what time the crime had been committed?
About that. Open your heart. Let the Holy Mother in. Why? We've been blessed with the High Priest's sacred words of prayer. All who serve a holiness must strive to banish worldly desires from their soul. Open your heart. Let the Holy Mother in. Purge your mind of greed and bias. I feel as if my very soul has been cleansed.
You can't fool me. Prayer may banish worldly desires, but it can't make a contradiction disappear. Satara!
Come to me, my little butterfly. How can you be so sure?
What's that supposed to mean?
This lawyer seems to think little of the power of Coronus prayer.
Huh?
Abbot Inme was at home during the crime, but knew of what happened at the hideout. I believe this can be explained thusly. He must have had a way to monitor the hideout from his home.
What?
You never cease to amaze, prosecutor. As you surmised, there was a listening device installed at the hideout. It enabled me to instantly learn of anything unusual, even when I was not there.
Remember, the rebels are using this as a top-secret hideout. It would be perfectly natural for them to install such an apparatus.
Wait, come to think of it, when I was searching the rebel hideout... There's something under the banner. A microphone? Oh! Oh, that makes sense. That was a listening device.
It starts recording whenever it detects movement. And I heard just such a recording after his magistrate and his family left. If you look in the desk in my study, you'll find the tape in question. Oh, sorry. Alright then, bailiff! Yes, your majesty! Go retrieve the tape in question from the High Priestess' home. At once, your majesty!
The power of Coronus prayer. Even a putrid brain such as yours should understand it now.
I think the contradiction really did vanish.
We shall ascertain the content of the recording once we have the tape. In the meantime, I would ask Abbot Inme to continue with his testimony.
Very well. Witness testimony.
Well,
I heard everything. I was entertaining his majesty and his family when the crime occurred. When I listened to the tape later, I heard a man and a woman quarreling. It sounded like an altercation between Acolyte Zalot and Acolyte Faye. After that, there was a loud noise, followed by haunting silence. I have to find some way to attack his alibi. Oh, I was like, where'd Maya go? And I'm like, oh yeah, if only Maya were here. She has a way of putting me at ease. But seeing her like this is only creeping me out. Though the High Priest is a rebel, he's still a courteous, holy man. Therefore, take care in your questioning, lest you invoke the ire of our people.
How dare you suspect the High Priest? May the Holy Mother strike him blind.
As if this wasn't hard enough already. Nice try, but I'll stop at nothing to find the truth. I don't see any direct contradictions, but maybe.
Hold it!
You were entertaining His Majesty and his family during the crime.
Indeed, my wife Believe was treating them to her wonderful home cooking.
Your wife was there that day.
Oh yes, she was in the kitchen cooking up a storm the entire time. Come to think of it, I don't think I saw her at all that day. She takes her culinary duties most seriously, you see. That's why she was in the kitchen cooking without pause the entire day.
The judge never saw Miss Indy.
Oh.
Please add that statement to your testimony.
As you wish, it is gonna be her,
Isn't it?
my wife Believe was in the kitchen cooking the entire time.
Hold it!
A loud noise. I'd say that's worth looking into.
It was a terrible crashing sound. Poor acolytes a lot. It must have felt so heavy.
It must have been the sound of that stone slab falling over. Should I have him add that statement to his testimony? Sure. Please add that statement to your testimony.
As you wish.
Hold it!
What was your wife making that day?
The menu that day featured hotness of pies and
Melt and mott.
they're both traditional Koreanese dishes.
Can you begin to imagine what those are?
Oh, yes! Exquisite upon surprise, and a supreme texture of melt in my mind. Lady Inmi's cooking that day was utterly unforgettable. Thank you. Brings me great joy to know you enjoyed your meal, even though I'm dead. Now, once His Majesty and his family had left.
When I listened to the tape later, I heard a man.
Hold it!
You heard everything from a recording.
Indeed. Each night, I would secretly check what the listening device had recorded. I would have been in serious trouble with my lovely wife had she discovered my secret.
Can you really tell what happened by the audio alone?
Long years of ascetic training has sharpened my hearing. It is but a simple matter for me to ascertain the situation by the sounds I hear.
Practicing current Eenies improves your hearing?
Hearing is but one of the senses that can improve. If one can focus and attain inner peace, all 5 senses can be sharpened. Why, the warband over in the bazaar just cried. Did you not hear it?
Give me a break.
Hold it!
Hold on. Are you sure about those voices? Was it really Acolyte Zalot and Miss Faye?
I'd say that was the most reasonable conclusion under the circumstances. Or perhaps Acolyte Faye is an alibi that you can prove.
I'm afraid not.
Then I suggest you make like a mollusk and climb up. Now, I will continue my testimony if I may.
Hold it!
You believe that terrible crash is connected to Acolyte Zalot's death?
Yes, the sound, no doubt, was Paul's Lot's death knell. Such a tragedy, for he was a fine disciple. I would ask all here today to give a prayer for his departed soul. Zerashe, Matame, Yome! Oh! I had high hopes for that young man's future. Zerashe, Matame, Yome!
Why do I feel like such a jerk for just trying to do my job right now?
Mr. Wright?
Do
Do you still feel the need to question the High Priest? His alibi's as tight can be.
This isn't going so well. Better ask him about something else. I'm curious, Abbott and me. Did you stop by the rebel hideout after His Majesty left?
Yeah, so that would be wise to access the situation, but as I said before, there was nothing to see. The hideout appeared as it always had.
In the victim's body,
there was nowhere to be found. Acolyte Famous had already disposed of it, and anything else incriminating.
so when you saw the rebel hideout, it looked like it does in this photo.
Yes, I would say that is how it appeared that day.
So the stone slab had been put back in place.
Okay. Mr. Wright. Is it on time concede defeat?
No, wait, I just need a little more time.
If you insist.
Objection!
Abbott in me, he said, and I quote, pours a lot. It must have felt so heavy. Why do you think he felt something heavy? He said the hideout looked like it did in this photo. If so, there's nothing that would lead you to believe he had experienced a heavy feeling. The fact is, of course, the stone slab did fall over onto Acolyte's lot, impaling him on the Warbat statue behind him. But that was only revealed through Benevolence's divination seance earlier.
Will the French please get to the point?
My point is, simply hearing a crashing sound shouldn't have automatically led him to conclude the victim was crushed to death.
I still don't see your point.
I'm saying that the High Priest knew. He knew how the victim was really killed.
Why?
And that is information only the real killer could have known.
Oh, wait, no, it's my body, come back.
I definitely saw it that time. Look at the High Priest's spirit shaking in his boots, or should I say sandals. Need I remind you Abbott Inmee was with His Majesty at the time of the crime? Such an alibi precludes him from being the killer. That's true, so he can't be the killer. However, he knew how Zalot was killed. Something only the killer could know. Can this discrepancy be resolved somehow? Yep, because believe in me, it was the one who did it.
Well, Mr. Wright, we're waiting for an explanation.
I was just getting to that. Time to think of something quick. The High Priest knew something only the killer could have known because he heard it from the real culprit. He must have heard how the victim died from the real killer.
Real killer.
Of course! It makes perfect sense. I don't want to believe it, but this is the only possible explanation.
But tell us, who is this real killer?
It's gotta be someone close to the High Priest. And if you don't know who it is by now, I think you're dumb. I think the problem with this case is there's like kind of no suspects. Like, there was Dat's a rebel, and then we proved he wasn't the killer, so now we already know who it is.
Take that!
Your Majesty, while you were visiting the High Priestess's home, you didn't see Mrs. Inmee at all, did you?
No, I never saw her, but well, what does that have to do with anything?
Did the High Priest ever leave your sight?
No, we were talking the entire time, and the food was brought right to the room's entryway.
So the High Priest has an ironclad alibi. But his wife does not! What the devil are you insinuating? I'm insinuating that Mrs. Inmee might have killed Acolytes a lot. Objection! Slam my desk. You have a lot of nerve making such a baseless allegation. She had no motive to kill Acolytes a lot. He was like family to her. No. We can't entirely discount the idea.
Especially if you consider that Mrs. Indy could have been the one posing as Lady Kira.
Objection!
Ha! You are a fool. Even a fool must temper his foolishness at times. Or do you truly believe Lady Kira would kill acolytes a lot, though he was not a rebel?
Objection!
As we all know, the High Priest was secretly a rebel. It would follow that his favorite disciple could very well be a rebel too.
Are you suggesting that Mrs. Inmy killed her husband as well?
As sad as it is to think she'd kill her own husband to rid the kingdom of rebels, I don't think we can rule it out.
Hold it!
Ah!
Ah! You claim my wife is that rebel-hunting Lady Kira, and that she slew both Zalot and myself. My lovely wife, that is utterly impossible!
Ah!
Ah! I've never seen the High Priest so angry.
It is as Abbot Inmy stated. And the accused has already been found guilty of his murder. It is far too late to overturn it.
That's right, Mr. Wright. Now apologize to good priest before he gets angry again. Quickly now.
No, I'm not going to apologize. The true identity of Lady Kira is a major piece of this trial's puzzle. Admit it, Abbot Inmy. Your wife, Lady Inmy, killed you. Yet even now you continue to lie in an effort to protect her.
Hold it. How absurd. It appears the lawyer has forgotten. My lovely wife could not possibly battle the rebels in guise of Lady Kira, for we were blessed by her holiness, and she's with child. Praise be to the Holy Mother.
Oh, crap, oh. Wait, what? I forgot about that. Yeah.
Domino Lady Kira figure slew me and acolytes a lot was the accused.
This is bad, but I can't give up now. Don't forget, my client doesn't have the strength to fight rebels either. How could a weak young woman like her could possibly...
Ha 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 ha!
You foolish oof of a lawyer. If only you were as blessed as Lady Inmy.
What?
Surely the accused possesses the strength, or should I say, the power. The power to battle those black-hearted rebels.
What are you talking about? He's saying she can channel his spirit. My good prosecutor, I see you've come to the same conclusion as I. Such keen insight.
Then you have figured it out as well, Abbot Inmy. May I ask you to explain to this putrid-brained lawyer?
Certainly, for I cannot allow him to frame my lovely wife for murder. Foreign devil! Your Majesty, allow me to testify to how my face that murderous Lady Kira. Well, if it would have soothed your anger, then by all means, please testify.
Witness testimony. Maya Faye's Lady Kira.
Acolyte Faye channeled Lady Kira's spirit. She's a spirit medium who knows Lady Kira's true name, so she could have done it. So the real Lady Kira returned to root out the rebels among us. She attacked and killed me with strength far beyond any mortal woman.
Do 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 do.
But
do you understand now? Murder by spirit channeling explains everything. That is the only way the accused could have defeated one rebel after another.
Indeed, I am a living, or shall I say dead, proof of her terrible power.
Ah! My ability to channel spirits. It's come back to haunt her. Now, is it not time to let it go and move on, Defense?
No, never. I'll never give up.
Now what? Think. How can I prove that Maya couldn't have channeled Lady Kira?
She doesn't know her face. Maybe. I don't know.
Objection!
The Tome of Secrets is only given to the priestess who performs a purification rite. Is this your proof that my client could have channeled Lady Kira?
Yes, indeed. For it contains the true name of Lady Kira, a secret only revealed within.
Abbott in me. I'm afraid you're mistaken. This couldn't have been used to channel Lady Kira.
What nonsense? Mr. Wright, would you care to explain?
This is why my client could have channeled Lady Kira. She doesn't have a face to channel.
Take that!
Lady Kira's face is hidden behind a mask in the Tome of Secrets. You need both a name and a face to channel a spirit.
It can't be!
Without a face, it would have been impossible for my client to channel Lady Kira.
Oh my!
Therefore, the claim that she became Lady Kira by means of spirit channeling is patently false. Ugh. And with Lady Kira out of the equation, my client had no motive to commit murder.
But then, who is the rebel hunting Lady Kira been reading about in the paper?
Yes, who is this other suspect if indeed there is one at all? Let us hear the defense's brilliant deduction. Think. The true identity of Lady Kira is the key to solving both murders. I thought Mrs. Inmu was suspicious, but her pregnancy takes her out of the running. And Mr. Rebel is a rebel, so that doesn't make sense. That leaves us with,
Mr. Wright, you have that look again. The one where you know you have to say something, but you can't figure out what it is.
This is my chance to really turn up the heat. I'll just have to stir the pot till something floats the top. I don't really know. Your Majesty, I know who's been posing as the rebel hunting Lady Kira.
You do? Are you sure about that?
Yes, completely.
I sense that I may regret this, but please go on and explain.
Thank you, Your Majesty. This is who's been posing as the rebel hunting Lady Kira.
Oh, maybe?
Take that!
Oh my god, I was right! The true identity of the rebel hunting Lady Kira we seek is Praise-a-Lot!
What's this? The High Priest's murdered disciple was Lady Kira, you say?
Because that's why he killed him. Ah, okay. That makes sense, actually.
Oh! Peace! I say peace! The defense will continue.
Yes, Your Majesty. I whittled down the list of suspects until there was only one left.
Objection!
But a process of elimination is not the same as solid evidence. I assume you have evidence to back up your claim? Yes, of course. Oh my god, he was the one who gave the letter. I will have some in a moment, that is, at least I hope so. Maya wasn't Lady Kira, and neither was Miss Inmi or any of the other possibilities. That leaves a lot, and I have the evidence to prove it. The evidence that proves Acolyte Zalat was posing as Lady Kira is this. The letter, because, it had to be someone within the house who gave it to them, right?
Boom. Oh, get wrecked!
This is what proves that Acolyte Zalat was Lady Kira. Lady Kira's warning letter! How absurd! What could that possibly prove? Prosecutor Sadmati. You stated that this warning letter proved that my client was Lady Kira, and the reason you gave was that the High Priestess's house was locked tight. But there was another member of the family who lived there. Therefore, Acolyte Zalat could deliver the warning anytime he wanted.
What is he talking about? That's just not possible.
Oh! Are you saying Lady Kira was not the culprit, but rather the victim? That's exactly what I'm saying.
But that would overturn the entire premise of this case. This trial proceeded on the assumption Lady Kira was behind the serial killings. But if Lady Kira is the one of the victims, who was the killer and what was their motive?
The only suspect left is Mrs. Inmi, and there's only one possible motive. What if Mrs. Inmi is a rebel?
What?
Fiend, you're still bent on casting suspicion upon my lovely wife. Blasphemer! You have no evidence of this. Repent for the mistrust in your soul.
Objection!
Well, you have no evidence either. After all, the dagger with my client's print on it wasn't what killed Acolyte Zalat. And the Plum Punisher theme that he heard could have been an alarm clock. That means all the evidence linking her to the crime has been called into question.
Was Lady Inmi a rebel? And did she pose as Lady Kira to kill Acolytes a lot? Or was Acolytes a lot a rebel, and was the accused Lady Kira who killed him? I would say either scenario is just as likely. What are we to do now? Hold it! The alarm clock, you say? Do you mean the one in the rebel hideout? Yes, but what of it? So that's it. What's gotten into him? But enemy, just what is so comical? Forgive my outburst. That has simply tickled my funny bone. What did? The theme song came from the Plum Punisher clock, you say? Huh. That alarm could not possibly have gone off. What makes you say that? The clock was working just fine last time I checked. Try using your head for a change. Would not the existence of a secret hideout be given away if an alarm clock kept going off? Wait, you don't mean... Indeed, we leave the alarm switched off at all times. No! I didn't even think about that. Uh-oh. In that case, I'm sad to say the defense's claim does not hold water. Would you care to respond, Mr. Wright? Oh, this can't be happening. Not now. You're a fool. Stop saying that! We should put an end to the lawyer's futile struggles. The theme song the victim heard was from the accused strap, just as we suspected. Therefore, the accused is the rebel hunting Lady Kira and the victim's killer. I need an opening. Something I can raise an objection to. That Plum Punisher theme song Acolytes a lot heard in his final moments. I too heard it by way of listening device. But did you really? If you had heard it, why didn't you testify to the fact before? Is it not obvious? I did not know such a tune could become a key matter of dispute. Yes, the matter of the theme song came up before Abbott Amy was channeled. Oh, right. Well then, what if he's lying about the clock's alarm being switched off? Miserable wretch. That would be a pointless lie, one easily disproven. If you check the clock, you will see that the alarm is in fact switched off. Come to think of it.
What a fine item. Can it switch? If I'm right.
Oh. We set the switch back into the off position before we left. I remember hearing it clearly. Those distinctive taiko drums in the intro. Oh, you fool! What did you just say? Oh, you just proved who the culprit is, my friend. Distinctive taiko drums in the intro. This trial's going on far too long. Shall we move ahead to the verdict phase now? What? Phoenix, object already!
By all means, and let's also return Abbott Inme's spirit to the Twilight Realm.
Before I go, let me say a word to my darling wife.
Objection!
Objection! Oh gee, I wonder who said objection. Now hold on just 1 minute. Your Majesty. Yes? The High Priestess's statement is inconsistent with a certain piece of evidence. It is? Still you writhe in defiance of your fate. The very sight reminds me of a tortured soul writhing in flames. You won't be saying that once I show you the evidence. Now all I have to do is pick the right one. This piece of evidence is inconsistent with that statement about the taiko drum intro.
Take that!
Boom! This is what's inconsistent with this statement. My client's Plum Punisher strap. What does that have to do with anything? It plays the Plum Punisher theme song, and here it is, the theme to the Plum Punisher Warrior of Neo Twilight Realm. There's no taiko drums in there to be heard. Do you see what I mean? The music the victim heard in his final moments might not have been the Plum Punisher theme song. I'm afraid I'm not following you. What was it if not the Plum Punisher theme song?
In its final moments, Acolyte Lot heard the Steel Samurai theme. Slam my desk. There are no taiko drums in the intro of the Plum Punisher theme, so what Acolyte Lot actually heard in its final moments was the theme of the Steel Samurai, War of Neo Old Tokyo.
Peace, 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 I say. Mr. Wright, what is this Steel Samurai of which you speak?
The Steel Samurai, War of Neo Old Tokyo is an action hero show from America. The Plum Punisher theme is a total it's very similar to it. If you didn't know about the Steel Samurai, you could easily mistake the two.
But the fact that Acolyte Lot had music from an American action hero show is irrefutable evidence that the accused was in the secret hideout.
No. Actually, no. You have it backwards.
Backwards?
That's right. Miss Fame, an avid Plum Punisher fan here in Kurain, and as a token of their friendship, she traded a certain Steel Samurai item she had for the Plum Punisher strap.
And this avid Plum Punisher fan was the one who killed Acolyte Lot?
Yes. And that avid fan is none other than the High Priest's wife. Believe in me.
Objection.
Do you have evidence to back up this claim, Mr. Wright? For as forgiving as the Holy Mother is... Slam my desk. I doubt she would tolerate yet another dose of your baseless slander. I suggest you prepare yourself to face Her Holiness's wrath. Ooh, that's a lot of help. Oh, I'm prepared to turn this entire case upside down, that is. This is my last chance. Better take a deep breath and review the evidence.
Very well then. Please present your evidence, if you would, defense.
The evidence that proves Miss Inmi was the one who killed Acolyte Lot is this. Eat this! It's right here, in this family photo! Proof that Miss Inmi and Miss Faye traded items that featured their favorite characters. A family photo? And what exactly should we be looking at here? The proof that they exchange items featuring their favorite characters is right here. How about the fact that she's wearing the Steel Samurai watch?
Take that!
Look at Mrs. Inmi's left wrist. You can see the Steel Samurai's trademark top knot right there. Which clearly makes this a Steel Samurai watch.
Ah! Why? I never knew your wife had such hobbies, Abbott and me.
This family photo was taken right before Acolyte Lot was murdered. By that point, my client had the Plum Punisher strap, and Miss Inmi had the Samurai watch. So what the victim heard in his final moments was none other than the sound of the watch Mrs. Inmi was wearing.
Hold it! I wish to amend my testimony. What I thought were taiko drums was something else. My wife never had such a watch. It's the truth I tell you. You must believe me, Your Majesty. Satada! Ho 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 ho!
Be not deceived by the defense's lawyerly chicanery. Now what? He's been pretty quiet up to this point. What does he have up his sleeve? There is a big gaping hole in his flimsy claim. A big gaping hole? I don't think so. Oh no, I'm afraid it is there, alright? Just like the big gaping holes in your putrid brain. My brain is neither putrid nor full of holes. I'm not a zombie after all. Says the dead lawyer walking, whose narrow vision focuses on... He who has narrow vision focuses on what is before him, never seeing the big picture. Or as they say in your country, you cannot see the forest for the trees. For if it is as you said, and Lady Inmi, the rebels, slew Acolyte Lot, the rebel hunting Lady Kira, then the rebel hunter would have been dead before the High Priest was slain.
Ah! That means High Priest cannot have been slain by the rebel hunting Lady Kira.
Ugh! How could I have missed that? Slam my desk. So tell me, who are you going to say killed the High Priest now? No! Do you finally understand the sheer size of the holes that riddle your putrid brain? I'm in hot water now. I don't have any other suspects in the High Priest's murder. You mindless zombie. You should have begun your journey through the Twilight Realm long ago. Now let it go, and move on! No, I will never give up. I just need to think things through and figure out who really killed the High Priest. Logic? Logic time? Yeah, it's logic time, baby! I know it's called, like, something else, but it'll be logic, come on. If Acolyte Zalot had been Lady Kira, he couldn't have killed the High Priest. So the question is, who did? You can get to the bottom of this by reviewing the events of this case in order. Okay. What evidence could tell me something about the crime before the murder? Oh, my testimony.
Boom!
The spring was stained red before the Wright. I'm not sure where we're going with this, to be honest. Oh, right. Maya said that the spring had been stained red before the Wright even began. The spring was already red before the High Priest's murder because of Zalot's blood.
Boom!
The spring was stained red by Zalot's blood. Okay, that's right. Zalot had been killed in the rebel hideout the day before, and his blood had flowed into the spring. Wait a second, the High Priest knew that Zalot had been killed in the hideout, so why didn't he report it to the authorities? If Maya had been the killer, he could have easily had arrested her on the spot. So he knew it was. Why didn't the High Priest inform the authorities right then? To keep the hideout hidden. Oh! He wanted to keep the hideout secret. If he reported Zalot's murder, the authorities would find out about the hideout, and that's what he was worried about. But by going through with the Wright, the High Priest risked having Maya see the spring running red with blood. Why did he have to go through with the Wright? Did he want to kill Maya, set up the scene during it? Use the Wrights to cover things up. Oh. He wanted to set up the crime scene to conceal the hideout. But how is he planning on concealing the source of blood in the spring? Empty the spring, he used Mine's blood. He used his own blood? Stain the spring with his own blood. Concealed the source of blood with his own. That was how he kept the rebel hideout a secret. It's all starting to fall into place. Wait, I'm a little bit confused. I know who killed the High Priest. It was... Oh my... It was a suicide? What? Trusta's death was a suicide. I can't believe it. The High Priest took his own life to keep the rebel hideout a secret. What? He's that devoted? Oh, the will of the dragon, isn't it? The High Priest wasn't murdered by anyone. He took his own life to keep the rebel hideout a secret. What? 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 What's this?
Oh, he realizes we figured it out. The High Priest committed suicide. I've never heard anything more absurd.
Objection! The law has placed a stain on the good priest's death with his putrid brain. Its putrid gaping holes are as large as the hole in his logic. What hole? Slam my desk! You still fail to understand. You truly cannot see the forest for the trees. You claim the High Priest took his own life. But have you considered who brought the dagger to the Plaza of Devotion? Ah. After the High Priest was killed, the dagger was thrust in Acolyte Zalot's dead body. Only the accused Maya Fey could have done that.
Yes, as Prosecutor Marty says. Your claim is rather gruesome in its logic. Evidence is too weak. You cannot prove the High Priest took his own life to conceal the rebel hideout.
Ugh! They're right. The dagger was impaled in Zalot's body, but his body had been placed at the plaza the previous day.
Well, Mr. Wright, would you care to respond?
Zalot's body was already in the plaza the day before the Wright. But what if the dagger was also already in him at that time? The dagger was never at the inner sanctum. Trust died by a different weapon. Of course! That's it! What is it? There was no need to move the dagger. It had already been stabbed into Acolyte Zalot's body the day before the rite.
What? So that means... What does that mean?
It means the dagger wasn't the weapon that took the High Priest's life.
Objection.
But no weapon was ever found in the inner sanctum. If you will not listen to reason, then I insist you prove your assertion. Show us what you believe the real murder weapon to be.
The real weapon?
I've got nothing, but I know there had to have been a weapon there. Maybe if I think back on the trail this far, I'll smelt the clue I need. The lantern, maybe?
Well, will the defense care to tell us what the real murder weapon is?
This is what really killed the High Priest. The War of that statue? Yeah! What really killed him has been at the inner sanctum all this time. And its lethality has already been demonstrated by the late Acolyte Zalot. That's right, it was the Warbat statue!
Oh, broken it!
Dead.
You believe that statue claimed both victims' lives?
Would you care to chime in, Abbot Inme?
No, he lies. Pay him no heed. Why, it's...
Glebe? Yep, I knew it. Oh, that's Lady Inme. Darling, don't you think this has gone on long enough?
Hold it! Bleeb, no! Your Majesty, my wife knows nothing! Please, Abbot Inme, let your wife speak. Now, Lady Inme, please continue if you would.
It's that time again. And what time would that be? 2:30 in the afternoon, the time my husband conducts his daily prayers, and the time Paray was slain. Her watch goes off at that time. Oh.
Oh, that sound, it's...
The Steel Samurai alarm. Dude. I too like to pray at the same time as my dear husband, so I set an alarm to remind me each day, but I had no idea it would come to this.
I knew you were the killer all along. No, stop! She knows not what she speaks!
Your Majesty, I am the one who slew Acolyte Zalot.
Dead. Literally. Abbot Inme! Bailiff, summon a physician at once!
He's already dead. He's already dead. It doesn't even really matter.
The physician is now attending the High Priest. There's no need to fear. Now let's continue.
And what about the half of him called Maya that's still among the living? Miss Inme, will you tell us everything you know? The truth is, I am a rebel just like my husband. This tragedy unfolded before the rite during the Feast of Blessings. I had gone to the rebel hideout to prepare for Dax's escape.
And that's when Acolyte Zalot suddenly appeared.
Yes. Prey was shocked when he saw me there.
Acolyte Zalot did not know you were a rebel.
I do not believe he did. I believe he was there simply to investigate the hideout.
And then he suddenly came face to face with Mrs. Inme.
So the true identity of the rebel hunting Lady Kira was Prey Zalot. Yes. He was a member of the secret police, serving directly under the Minister of Justice.
The secret police?
And this is what he said to me. I can kill rebels with impunity. The Justice Minister has my back. He was using his position within the secret police to deal us rebels a heavy blow. But murder sanctioned by the crown is still murder.
Ha! Even without the DC Act, Dirk and his insurgent scumbuddies' days are numbered.
What's that supposed to mean?
Let's just say, got a little trick up my sleeve, so I'd watch it if I were you, because you got a defiant attitude, just like one of them dragon dupes.
trick up Mr. Inga's sleeves was Lady Kira.
No, this can't be. My father would never.
This must be a bolt out of the blue for Rafa. This explains why Acolyte Zalot abandoned his real name.
Yes.
Real Nemu.
He even went as far as covering up the tattoo all Kurina's clergy members receive. Lady Kira is a member of the secret police. That explains why no order was given to investigate our attacks.
I guess I'm not alone in hearing this for the first time.
But, this can't be.
Is this true? The Justice Minister is sanctioning state-sponsored murder? Peace! Now, Lady Enemy, please continue.
Hooray suddenly lunged at me. That's when I pushed the stone slab toward him with all my might. But I never meant for what happened next to occur.
Hold it. Allow me to take it from here. Abbot Enemy, are you sure you're alright now? I'm sorry I just see that, but you need not worry about me. I am already dead.
Please, we need to know what was so important that you would take your own life.
After I learned that my wife had accidentally slain Zalot, I chilled his body with snow to make it seem as if he died more recently than he did, and I later moved to the Plaza of Devotion and inserted the dagger into his wound. The plaza was empty at that time, for it was before prayer time had started. Finally, I placed his body in the prayer pose. Knowing that no one would notice anything was wrong until the rite was concluded. It's perfectly possible that no one would disturb him if he seemed to be praying. We do treasure our prayer time, after all.
So you admit you tried to pin this crime on Maya Fey?
Yes, this was all my doing. I never told my wife of my plan, for surely she would have tried to stop me.
How did you get Miss Fey's fingerprints on the dagger?
I had her hold it while we were rehearsing the rite the day before. And right before the rite, I drugged her with a sleeping agent. Oh, okay. And I put the Lady Kira's robes over the Warbad statue.
That means Maya was probably already groggy by the time the rite started.
Finally, I ended my own life, to ensure that the crime would appear to have been by Acolyte Fey's own hand. When your body was discovered, Lady Kira's robes were on the ground. How did they end up there if they're on the statue? After I impaled myself on the statue's dagger like feathers, I used the last ounce of my strength to hurl my body backwards. As I did, I grabbed onto the robes, taking them with me as I fell back into the ground. How terrible! What possessed you to do such a thing?
You needn't have committed suicide simply to frame the accused.
Prosecutor Sodmati, as one well versed in our kingdom's legal system, I would expect you of all people to understand.
Understand what?
This kingdom's legal system. Mrs. Inmi's crime. Your suicide.
It can't be. That would be sadder than sad.
Why, I believe the defense knows what the High Priest speaks.
Yes, I finally understand. This explains why the High Priest took his own life. The will of the dragon.
Take that!
The Defense Culpability Act. Circumstantial evidence supports Mrs. Inmi's killing of Acolyte Zalot in self-defense. However, it would be next to impossible to prove it without a lawyer. That's why the High Priest wanted to pin the crime on Maya Fey.
I fail to see what that has to do with his suicide.
In Kura'in, the divination seance is the most important piece of trial evidence. The High Priest wanted to frame Miss Fey as a serial killer. It was a clever plan in which he made sure he'd see Lady Kira in his final moments.
The lawyer speaks true. That is why I placed Lady Kira's robes upon the Warbad statue. I made it seem that Acolyte Fey was the rebel-hunting Lady Kira.
But, are you saying you used my divination seance to produce false evidence?
Forgive me, your benevolence, but it was the only way to help my lovely wife.
If you had approached me first, I could have proved that the murder was in self-defense.
Perhaps. But I had little faith in lawyers despite being a rebel.
How utterly foolish to cast away one's life for such a reason. There must have been other ways to cover up the crime.
Yet had I done so, my wife would rush to my defense, and when the case went to trial, she would suffer the same fate as I under the Defense Culpability Act. I could not have lived myself had she been convicted of that fiendish man, because of that fiendish man.
This cannot be. All we have done under the laws of our kingdom. It has all been...
Poor Raitha. She's really taking this hard. But I can't say I'm surprised. Mr. Phoenix Wright, it's time to show the might of your legal prowess. You mustn't allow another innocent soul to be charged on that despicable law. Of course, I'll do whatever I can. What I have done to you and Acolyte Faye is unforgivable. I can only offer my most humble of apologies. Your Majesty? Yes? I ask that you please look after my wife. You have my word. Your benevolence. It is time that I return to the Twilight Realm. That Megatama of parting, if you please.
Very well. Holders, your benevolence. Please, allow me the honor. Yes. It would be more fitting for you to send him on his way.
This is in me.
Darling, I'm so glad I was able to see you one last time. Thank you for everything.
Aww, this is sad. I'm sorry to leave you like this. Yes, always and forever.
Oh, ow, that hurts.
Bye.
Oh, this case. Oh, that hurts a bit. Farewell.
Oh, alright, well. That was some,
Maya, no, don't go back smiling. High Priest has returned to the Twilight Realm.
Maya!
I feel great. I guess that means he didn't leave any regrets behind. Oh! What about the trial, Nick?
It's over. It was a sad reality born of love, and a great tragedy born of the Defense Culpability Act. Well, I see no need to continue this trial. Does the prosecution have anything to say?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, I owe a debt to you, one that I will pay back in court someday.
Now, to deliver today's verdict and overturn that of yesterday's trial. With respect to all current and previous charges against them, I hereby declare the accused Maya Fey and her defense, Phoenix Wright, not guilty.
Oh, thank God.
I kind of like it better when they throw confetti at us. And they're just like, woo! I mean, this is kind of cool too, I guess. Like, ooh, cool butterflies, but I mean, I like, you know, isn't it cooler when it's like, confetti, woo! No, just me? Okay. Well, that was a case. That was a case indeed. May 12th, 4:20 p.m. High Court of Korain accused lobby.
So I was thinking, Nick, the legal system here is really stacked against the defense. It's totally unfair.
Yeah, it even forced the High Priest to make the ultimate sacrifice just to protect his wife.
It's just so sad.
Protect the status quo or join the revolution. If the real Lady Kira were here, I wonder which side she would take. Your benevolence.
Huh? What?
I was, just wondering, are you alright?
Quiet, you. How can I possibly be alright?
Yeah, she's not doing well at all.
Who do you think you are? Suddenly appearing before me, trampling my insides underfoot, and plunging the Hall of Justice into utter chaos. You even desecrated my mother and father's teaching, you soulless infidel.
Ooh, that was a bit more extreme than usual.
What am I to do? I always believed that treating with a victim's minima would lead me to the absolute truth. But each time you overturn my insights, it is revealed that they serve to support false charges rather than the truth. I am left now with that heavy truth in my heart.
I'm sorry, Rafa.
Perhaps I am not worthy of hearing the voices of the minima. That's where you're wrong, your benevolence. What?
Oh,
Me?
Maya?
How dare you? Your role is to bring forth the voices of the minima into our world. If you don't do it, who will? You know nothing, Maya Fey. Your spirit channeling, not a divination seance that brought the truth to light. How dare an outsider like you employ the Queen's secret art? But what can I do? My spiritual power does not even approach yours. This is not a cruel joke. The royal priest is bested by a lowly outsider.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
Why not? This is worth at least a laugh or two. You shouldn't talk like that. Huh? Listen, your benevolence. You were just fulfilling your duty, weren't you? You're the only one capable of performing the divination seance, right?
No, but okay.
The station of Royal Priestess is not something to abandon lightly. The station of Royal Priestess. The people of your kingdom believe in you, but if you really mean all that you just said, then what are they supposed to believe in? You know not what you speak. Actually, I kinda do. After all, I'm only here training so I can become the master of my village back home. The village master, you say? Did not know. Seems I owe you an apology. For even today, I called you a neophyte practitioner. It's alright, your benevolence. Thank you for finally acknowledging me.
Future queen and a future village master. This shouldn't be a surprise. Considering they may have had a common ancestor. Yeah, seriously. Maya's right, your benevolence.
But barbed head.
Your insights were a crucial part of evidence in this last trial. Doesn't matter if they weren't always 100% accurate. You should be proud of what you did. You played an important role in ensuring that justice was served. And besides, your insights aren't the problem here. It's your kingdom's legal system. Without lawyers, your insights have come to be accepted as the sole truth. And the Defense Culpability Act, which gave rise to that, is the root of it all.
But that is the dangerous thinking of a rebel. Your benevolence. As Crown Princess, you are destined to rule this kingdom one day. That means there will be many things that you alone must determine. Things like how to keep your people happy, and what is true and what is false. Most importantly, what role you must play therein. I wonder if I am even up to the task. Knowing you, your benevolence, you're more than capable.
Never heard Maya talk like this before. She's really come a long way. What was that?
It came from the hallway. Smoke, we better go check it out, hurry!
Mrs. Inmate.
Mr. Wright, Acolyte Faye, I'm so sorry for what transpired. You're almost sentenced to death because of me.
Oh, the dragon.
I'll make amends by picking up where my husband left off. I'll see the revolution through, so nothing like this can ever happen again. For that is the depth of my love for my dearly departed husband.
Oh, is she about to make an escape? Lady Inmi, we gotta hurry! That voice, is that Mr. Rebel?
I must tell the people. They must learn that the peace we enjoy is a false one. One built on the backs of innocent charged with false crimes and that odious DC Act. We have it in our power to forge a society in which the law judges all of us fairly.
Hey there, PW! I wish we had more time to talk, but Dirk, everything's ready. It's time to go. Dirk? Oh, look, I'm here. Wait, was that the rebel leader, Dirk? After him! Don't let him get away! Holy crap, that was awesome! I want more of that in this game. The power to forge a society in which the law judges all of us fairly. It's the start of a legal revolution.
Hey Nick, hate to bother you while you're lost in thought, but I just got this great idea.
What is it?
The Steel Samurai versus the Rebel Dirk. I bet it'd make for another awesome TV show. If we threw the One Punisher in there, everyone would go nuts over it.
I'll never get what she sees in those shows.
What do you mean? They're amazing. I mean, I'm not a fan. You're a fan.
What? No, I'm not.
Edgeworth, why are you even here? No reason.
But it's good to know no matter what happens, Maya will always be Maya. Want to give me, like, hints, like any teasers for Chapter 4? Nope, just gonna end it there? Okay, that is absolutely dandy.
Huh. Yeah. I'm enjoying this case.
I enjoyed the case. I'm finished now. But, Turnabout Storyteller. We're not gonna do that right now. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. So, see more Sauce game, playing it till the end as always. I really enjoyed that case. I think I like the Tracy case a bit more. But this is probably my second favorite case. And yeah, I'm excited. The next one, I believe, is an Athena case. So that's going to be interesting. And yeah, anyways, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.